Welcome to today's video. Today we are doing just a little, maybe a 10-mile ride. I'm not gonna do very much. Excuse me. Beautiful Paducah, Kentucky. This direction right here is where the Tennessee and the Ohio rivers meet. I think we can go down here. Yeah, we'll go down here. This is the Paducah Greenway, which they have done a beautiful job of doing. We're in the midst of a pandemic, riots, and now a dust storm called Godzilla. So it's an interesting time in our country. I'm gonna make a hard left turn here and show you an empty parking lot. Boy, it is windy. Empty parking lot. Used to be home of the Executive Inn, the Big E as it was known. 31 years ago, it was a happening spot right here on the banks of the Ohio River. And my grandfather had purchased 3 nights for my wife and I to stay there on our honeymoon. Room 1301. It was on the 3rd floor, corner room. Remember it very well. The Big E is no more, but Lisa and Tommy are still going strong to this day, or Toto and Grammy, as we're known through all the world. Over here we have on my left is the Holiday Inn, and on my right I forgot what this one was called. I'll have to look at it when we get up here. This is Julian M. Carroll Convention Center. I'll make a hard right where we can get a good picture of it here. There we go. This is the start of the Greenway. As we're pumping along here, about a mile in, we have a water treatment center. I don't know why on every Greenway we have to have a water treatment center and a lift station on every Greenway throughout Great America, it seems. Just saw a turkey with 8 little chicks behind her going into the woods, a hen. We're coming up on this nice lady right here. One thing we do like to practice in Paducah is courtesy on the Greenway. And the proper way to pass on our Greenway is to say, passing on the left. And you can always say, howdy do. Howdy do. Well, I know this person. Hi, Mrs. Dutton. How are you? It happens. It's my wife, and of course she said hi to Black Betty. How are you tonight?
Doing good.
A little windy out here, isn't it?
Cutting the wind off the left of it.
I think it's one of those winds that'll be a headwind both ways.
Thank you for the encouragement.
Yes. Well, I'm sure I'm wrong. I hope that I'm wrong. Yeah. Oh, hello there, Mark. I've been making myself riding mountain bikes here lately. Of course, we're on the legendary Black Betty. Black Betty is a mountain bike, whether she knows it or not. She has I think I'm running 700 by 50s, maybe 45s. 700 by 45s on her. She's a 29-inch mountain bike. But the 700 series tires will convert. It is harder to ride a mountain bike than a road bike. It absorbs more energy. And I've noticed since I've been doing this, when I do get on my road bike, my Go Fast bike, it's a 2020 Giant. I just love it when I forget the name of it. Content 2 SL. It's for me, it's a high-end bike. It's still aluminum frame. But I've done a couple, I think most I've ever been on it 65 miles on a single ride. But I've noticed when I got done riding this one, then I'll probably ride that maybe in the morning before church. Go out for a 20-mile spin. It feels like I'm riding nothing. Nothing. Until I live in Kentucky. This is just a little detour I take sometimes. Proud of my wife for getting out and riding. She hasn't ridden in a couple weeks. You have to cross the highway here, and most drivers are very courteous, but most, you know, just takes one to take you out. My grandfather, Harry Weldon Dutton, who left us back in 2002, taught me that. It only takes once, boy. He was a boilermaker, construction worker, basically. Union boilermaker. Tough as a cob. And when I got into the boilermakers and construction work, I remember Grandpa always said, it only takes once and you're dead. So I try to pass that along to the crew that I'm entitled with and taking care of. It only takes once. That was US Highway 45 we crossed back there at a lift station, of course. All right, here we have a Y in the road. We're gonna go to the right. To the left takes you to Bob Noble Park. We have a skate park down there, children's play area, baseball fields. Now this is where the Greenway turns to gravel. Across this cool bridge right here. That's crushed limestone. For a few more miles, I'll be tagging you in and out on hills and curves and bridges and stuff like that. This is a fun little dip, then in a curve, then in a bridge. It's kind of a blind curve. You can't see when you're turning to the left. You just look and hope nobody's coming. Get a little speed. Carry it right over. Hey, we're good there. And then you hammer on down. And at the end of the bridge, you can get a little bit of air. Not much, just a little bit. Then up here, you have to watch out for flying saucers. Well, not really flying saucers. There's a flying disc golf, we call it up here. Camera's a little loose. I've never seen one fly across the trail, but there's a sign.